Okay, so you might not be done taking your notes or talking to the text, as I like to call it, but that's okay because we're going to do it together. So I'm going to get the groups that are here to tell me what notes you took for your paragraphs that were assigned to you. I'm going to add my notes to that as well. At this point, we're not turning that into a main idea or a main point sentence yet. We're just writing as many little notes as we can. And once we have those little notes, we're going to decide what the main idea is and what the main points are. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So right now, all we're doing is just taking some notes. We're just taking some notes. We're not yet thinking, how are we going to make this into the main idea or whatever. Okay, so you guys over here had the first paragraph. From the 1300s to the 1500s AD, the Aztecs ruled a vast empire in what is now Mexico. However, the Aztecs were not always powerful rulers. They first lived in Aztlan, or the place of the white herons, in northern Mexico. According to legend, their hummingbird god, Huitzilopochtli, I don't know how to say it, told them to leave. They were to travel until they found a place where an eagle sat on a cactus eating a snake. The Aztecs began a 100-year search for this promised land in the late 1200s. Okay, what notes did you guys have on that first paragraph? So what notes did you make?
The Aztecs ruled a vast empire in what is now Mexico. However, they were not always powerful. According to the legend, their god Huitzilopochtli told them to travel until they found a place with an eagle sitting on a cactus eating snake.
Okay, so you've already are turning it into the summary, which is okay. But for this part, all we want to do is take some notes. But thank you. Yeah, we might in the end take all of those kind of ideas and put it into some sentences. Just for the sake of this exercise of talking to the text, I'll just write down the notes that were in my mind as I was reading and as I finished. I said Aztecs, and you'll notice these are not complete sentences. Aztec historic rulers, Mexico, 1300 to 1500. Okay, so I had those notes up there. Then I said, not always. I said, message from God, God's message from God, small g, eagle on cactus.
Is that how the Mexico got its flag?
Yeah, yeah. So when I take those notes in that way, the chances are now when I write my summary, I don't have to go back, oh boy, and just look at this summary and change a few words, right, or at this paragraph. Now I can take these ideas and I can change that into a sentence, and I will be guaranteed that those are my own words, right? I will be guaranteed those are my own words because I'm not having to look at it and try and figure out my own words. So we're going to leave, and thank you, the student over here, for getting us already into making that a sentence. What we're going to just practice a little bit first is just taking these notes, and then later we're going to change them into sentences, okay? For paragraph 2, did you guys have some notes, or it's all in sentences already? It's okay, yeah. Just give me the bare bones of your sentences. How's that?
Found the sign.
Found the sign. Awesome. This would be a note. Yes, found the sign. Uh-huh. So found the sign, or even just found sign. Uh-huh. What else?
100 years of search.
100 years search. Yeah.
It was not a promising place for farming.
Not promising for farming. Uh-huh. Any other notes? So we have found the sign, 100-year search, not promising for farming. Guess what my notes are? Found the sign. I had found sign in legend, or from legend. Found sign from legend. Swampy spot. And again, I'm not worried. These might be details that I don't need to put in, but I'm just trying to jog my memory. I said swampy spot, built city on lake. Built city on lake, floating gardens for food. So do you see how just taking those little phrases, those ideas, it's going to really help me later? Because now I don't have to worry about reading this. So often what happens for students when they write a summary, they get really nervous, they don't know what to include, and they go to some of these sentences and they just flip some words around. or put some different words in there so it sounds like it's theirs, right? But I was like that too in high school. That's what I did. I just, and it's very stressful. But you can see how if we make notes like this, it's going to be easier later to make sure that those are our own sentences, right? Awesome. Okay, thank you guys. Paragraph number 3. What kind of notes did you guys have for paragraph 3?
Aztec set up trade network.
Okay, I'm just going to put trade network. Uh-huh. Yep.
That's pretty much it. What I had was that's
Carry goods.
Carry goods. Okay. So if we ask ourselves, if we say the main point in this is that the Aztecs set up a trade network, what did that trade network involve? Anna said carrying goods. What else was involved with that trade network? Who was involved? Where did it go?
Gulf. It was at Gulf of Mexico.
Okay. And I read it went all the way to South America,
Yes.
to the Andes in South America. Anything else about the trade network that would be important to know?
I guess we could break down the trades with gold and other materials, feathers and jade.
Sure,
Could you
but
put
here's
that
the
in
thing,
there or
here's
not?
the thing, we could, but then we're getting detail-y, right? So
Okay.
if you guys look at this paragraph, how long is this paragraph, especially in comparison to the others?
It's short.
Very
It's
short.
very short, right? So that's telling us that we probably, like Trudy said, they established a trade network. I didn't write anything else. I wrote 2 things down. I said established a trade network. That was the one I had. And then I said reached as far as the Andes of South America. That's all I had for my notes. Okay, I didn't get into like the what and all that kind of stuff. All right? Paragraph 4. What did you guys have for that?
Grew wealthy by taking over neighbors, their trade network, and making people pay tax.
Okay. Trade network comes up again, making people pay tax. Okay, I had grew wealthy by going to war with neighbors. So I think they use conquering their neighbors, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, grew
Well, I
wealthy.
said grew wealthy by taking over their neighbors.
Okay.
I guess that's the same
Sure, by war with neighbors. Forced them to pay tax. I put built a bridge from their floating city
thing.
to the mainland. Maybe that's too detailed, I don't know, but I remembered that after I read it. And they also built a whole bunch of things, right?
Mhm.
Built schools, temples, roads. Yeah, so we might not want to list all those in the summary, but we might want to say they built a city, really, a whole bunch of things to help them function as a society, right? Okay, paragraph number 5, did you guys get there?
Mhm.
Yeah, what did you have?
That the Aztecs disappeared.
Okay.
Spanish came and defeated the Aztecs and took over.
Okay. Spanish came and defeated. Led by who? Hernan Cortez. Yeah. Okay. I had Aztec Empire disappeared. The Aztecs, the enemies joined the Spanish forces. The Aztecs' enemies joined the Spanish forces, and the Spanish were able to take over. And with the help of these enemies, the Spanish were able to build their own city on the top of where the Aztecs' empire was. Okay, so that is the first step. When you're writing a summary, take your piece of text. Don't worry yet about what's the main idea, what are the main points, and just see if you can make some notes with that. That's a really great first step because then you're getting a really good understanding of the text that you're reading. Does anybody have any questions about that step? About chunking it and doing that reading? Then, what we want to do is now we want to say, in a sentence, what is the main idea and what are the essential points. So we're going to look at the main idea should be here, And it's saying to look at paragraphs 2, 3, and 4 for the main points, and then this is kind of our concluding point. So, with your group, you guys, I want you to come up with your main idea sentence, what would be the sentence that would describe the main idea. And the first essential point, and then you guys come up with essential points for paragraph 3 and 4. Don't worry about paragraph 5. See if you can come up with a sentence using your notes.
So for paragraphs 3 and 4,
Yep, 3 and 4.
we are writing a sentence.
Yep. Saying what the main, so you're going to look at these notes and say, okay, what is the main idea of that paragraph, or the main point? So for this one, so for example, if I were to take this one, this is paragraph 3, that's your first one, what would you guys say is your main point here?
Oh, that's a set up trade network.
Yeah, make a sentence with that. And what would you guys say is the main idea? So we're just looking for one sentence. It can be a complex sentence, but one sentence that would tell you the main idea of the whole article.
Of the whole 2 of the paragraphs.
No, you're going to write 2 sentences. One is
Okay,
going
one
to
for
be
each paragraph.
one for this one and one for this one. Oh, one for 3 and one for 4. These guys are doing the main idea and then the first essential point.
Okay.
Yeah.